Alright guys, so we've come to the end of the series. This is going to be the last episode, and in the previous episode I said that we're going to build the account page, but the account page is fairly easy and simple. So we're going to build the account page and also deploy our project. So what I'll do first is to go to VS Code, and I'll go to pages. So right here, and I'll create a new page called account.astro. So what I will do, I'll bring in the code fence like so, and right here I'll just bring in the layout like so as well. So you'll see a layout. I'm trying to import it. Yeah, so we import it from here, and for the title, just say this should be account. Then inside here, we'll just bring in a div. Then before we style it, what we just need here is just the user profile component from Astro, or rather from Clark. So I'm going to import this, and basically this is just all what we need. Then I'll just come right here and say for the styling, this is going to be container, then a padding top of 32, and I'll just set the text to center like so. Then I'll save. So if we go back now and I go to account, alright, so the page has loaded, but the Clark component is not coming in. So okay, this should be components. I think it should be this. So if I save this and if we check back now, hopefully we should see it this time. Okay, still not coming in. What are we? Okay, it's coming in right now. Alright, but it's looking really ugly. So I guess it's actually coming in, but we just have to like stop our terminal and start it again. So npm run dev. Alright, so the page will automatically refresh, and this page should automatically refresh, or we'll do it ourselves. So hopefully this should scooch down much more better. Yeah, so it's now coming in much better. And right here you can play with the default settings that is being provided to you from this component right here. And you can still take it a step further by customizing it and making it to be your own. Just use the Clark API. I have some videos coming soon about that, so make sure you are subscribed for that. But we can delete an account. I think we can also add, can't we add? Okay, we can't add accounts here, or we can remove this one, and we can update profile as well. Alright, so that's that for the account page. What we need to do now is to push our project to GitHub and deploy the project to Netlify. But before then, we'll need an extension that will allow us to run a build from our Sanity dashboard anytime we make changes in production. So right now, if I make changes right here, I will just have to refresh. But once the site is deployed, all the data are being cached. So if we make changes, this won't be updated. The live website won't be updated. So we need another component on Sanity that will allow us to trigger a build on our Sanity dashboard when we make changes to any of these documents. I hope that makes sense. So the name of the plugin is Sanity plugin Netlify. So this is it right here. It said this plugin provides a dedicated deploy tool within your Sanity Studio navbar. So there's a couple of steps to use it, but for now we'll just copy this command like so, and I will come right here, create a new terminal. I'll paste it in. Alright, it has been installed. Let me clear my screen, And if you follow the command again, I think this is what we need. So I'll copy this one. Then this is the file we'll search for. So we say sanity.config.ts and paste it right here. Then what we just need to do is to import it. So we just say netlify, so, and call it like so. So once we save and we go back, I think this should refresh by itself, as well as this. Let's just go back to the home page here. So right now you can now see the deploy tab right here. So I'm not going to click on it right now. The next thing we need to do is to commit our project to GitHub. So I'll first of all go to GitHub. Then I'll click on new. For the repo name, we'll just give it stay light YT. I think this one is available. Then for the description, we'll leave it. For the visibility, I'm going to make it private, but it doesn't really matter because after the end of the whole tutorial, I'm going to get rid of the project because I already have the final finished one on GitHub already. So I think we can just leave the rest as it is, but you can choose to explore the rest options. Then I'll click on create repo. So right now there are two ways to do it. We will not be using this command line. We'll make use of this one. So it says push an existing repo from a command line. So what we'll do now is I'll go back to our project, open our terminal. I'll say git add dot, like so. So this is going to add all our projects. Then the next thing I will do is we'll have to commit it. So say git commit. Then I'll say -m. Now we just say first commit, like so. Then I will hit enter. Now that we have this, the next thing is to push. But before that, if it's the first time, you need to just copy. Let me copy the entire command, like so. Then I'll paste it, and the command is going to run one after the other, and I'll just hit on enter. And while this is running, on your own case, after pasting it, you might have a modal that pops up. In order for you to confirm something, just click on yes and continue. So okay, we successfully pushed it to GitHub. So just clear screen, and what we have to do here is to refresh the page. All right, so the project is coming through. So the next thing we need to do now is to go to Netlify. All right, so currently on Netlify, if you don't have an account, just sign up. I do have an account, so I'll just log in. All right, so the next thing is to click on this add new project, and it will tell you to import an existing project, start from a template, or deploy manually. So we're going to choose this first one because we already have the project existing on GitHub. So we'll select GitHub, and you might just be prompted to like authorize your account and all. All right, so I'll just search for the project, and I've forgotten the name. Okay, stay light. I think it's stay light together. I think /YT. So 3 minutes ago, this is the one, and I'll click on it. Then for the project name, I think I'll just call it say stay light YT. So the project name is available, and this is the name we're going to use on our Clark webhook URL and on our Stripe URL as well. So I'll just copy it like so, and I think the other things are good to go. Then for the environmental variables, I'll click on import from a env file. So select this one, then we'll go back to our project and we'll go to our .env, and all you just have to do is to copy everything right here and paste it here. The only thing you need to change is this one. So this public domain URL will have to be your own one, which is this one that we inserted right here. So I've already copied it, and I'll just paste it like so. And I think I copied that wrong. So what I'll do is I'll copy it again. You know what? I will copy everything again. So and I will replace it. Then for this one, I'll just open my clipboard and I think it's this one. So I'll just replace it like so. All right, so the next thing to do now is to deploy the project. So I'll click on deploy. So while this is deploying, I just hope it deploy at one go, which rarely happens though, but let's just see how it goes. We'll just go to Clark, and I'll also open Stripe as well. So on Clark, I'll go to my dashboard, then I will look for the project. So still light whitey, this one. All right, so what we then have to do is to go to the configure tab, then we'll go to webhooks. This should be webhooks, not JWT. So let me click on webhooks again, then click on the endpoint and click on edit and replace this part right here with our own website URL. So I will save this one, and that is for that for Clark. I think we no longer have to do anything here, so I can close this one out. Then for Stripe, so this is still running. Let's go back to our project to see if it was successfully deployed. Okay, funny enough, project has been deployed and it's live, so we can preview it right now. All right, cool. So we can see everything like so. But I guess if we go to the rooms, we should also see all the product as well. Then if we want to access our Sanity studio, we no longer need these guys anymore. So all we have to do now is to grab the URL, then I'll go to a new tab and I will just say /admin. And this should just like prompt us to authorize this endpoint, or rather add this endpoint to our course origin. So we'll click on continue. Then what we need to do next is to add it to our course origin like so. So I'll click on add. So it has been added successfully. So if we go back now, this should automatically refresh. All right, so we are good to go. Remember, we've not yet configured this deploy tab, which will, I think this will be the last thing we are going to do. All right, so what we now need to do is I'll go to the Stripe, and this is still loading. Okay, it's done loading. And I'll go to the developers tab and we'll go to webhooks. So remember, this is not the one we're using. This is for the final build, but on our own, still very similar. So let me see if I can copy this one direct. I'll just copy it like so. Try that again. Then we'll go back and I'll click on add endpoint. So paste that one here. And for this part, we just change it to our own URL. So this one right here. Then I'll get rid of this other /. And for this, we can just select, just search for checkout session completed. I guess that was what we used. So this one right here. So we see add events. I think that's that. Let me check if we use something else. So let's just say Stripe, a book. I think this was the only one we used. Yeah, this one was the only one we used. So click on add endpoint. Then one more thing we need to change is the sign-in secret. So if we go to our env file, the Stripe secret is for the testing is this long one, but for this valid endpoint, we need to review this, and I will copy this. But this time now I'm not going to put it here. What I'll just have to do, I don't know why this start refreshing for some reason. I'll go to project configuration, then I'll go to environment variables, and we'll go to this Stripe webhook secret. I'll go to options and edit. Then we'll just have to like get rid of this one and paste in the one we'll copy. So we save variable. And what you have to do in this context now is to go to deploys and just deploy the project again. So that's what we're just going to do. So I'm going to redeploy the project. So while that is deploying, I think that's all for Stripe. We're going to test this as well as with the Clark endpoint to see if everything is working. I also think I might have to open Clark again. So let me just open that. All right, so yeah, let me just quickly get rid of these two accounts. So delete user and delete user as well. So now let's go to our Clark dashboard and make sure that the user does not exist here as well. So delete it from here as well. And I've already gone ahead to delete the booking of that user as well as the review. So what do we need to do now? I think we've done this part as well, but we'll just wait for this. We'll leave this as it. We'll leave this as it is. For this part, I think we are done, so I can just close this one out. For this one is still deploying, and I think it's done. So it has been deployed again. I think 8:15 and okay. I'm very sure it's still deploying. Or is it done? Okay, yeah, it's done deploying. Okay, cool. So we'll go back to our Sanity Studio and go to deploy tab. Then I think we already have one up and running. It just dictated this one. So this one's for the final build. So let me just delete this one. Or should we edit it? Let me just delete it so I will show you how to do it from scratch. So click on add project now. Then I think there should be a guide. Okay, this should be the name of the site you're deploying. So the name of the site is this one. So we'll call it Staylight YT. Then for the site ID, we need to go to our site settings, general. So let's come here. So go to project configuration. And once we are here, this is the project ID, also known as site ID, which is what they need right here. So just copy it and paste it here. So go to the build and deploy, then build hooks. So build and deploy, then come to continuous deployment. Let's see if it's going to be here. Yeah, so build hooks, then we'll add a new one. So let's just call it the same name. I think I call it Staylight YT like so. Then we'll save. Then we'll copy this URL and we'll paste it here. Then this overrides the default branch for your build. We'll leave this one as optional because we always want it to be from main. Then for this part, we'll click on this command. Let me see. Okay, we'll have to open it on a new tab. Then I already have some that are expired, which is fine. I no longer need them. So we'll click on new access token. Then just say Staylight YT. And this one will be for 7 days. Just generate token. And I'll copy this and I will paste that right here. Okay, so I guess with this, let's click on create now. So now what we need to do is after we're done making changes here, we no longer have to come here and manually trigger a build. We just have to do that directly from our deploy tab, and the build is going to be triggered right here. So let's come to deploys, and I believe that's all about that. So let me close this one out, as well. So let's test it first of all. So click on login and continue with Google. And this is also a nice feature they just added. I'm just taking note of this right now. All right, so we have an account here. So if we go to Clark, and I think it should show here, yeah. Then also if we go to our user, hopefully it shows here as well. Yeah, so it's coming through. So what we need to do now is to book a room. So we've confirmed that this is working, so we can close this one out. So I'll look for a room. Let's do this one. So book now, and let me pick a date. So say 16th to 17th. Then just leave it at 1. I'll just leave it as it is. So there's a 50% discount applied to this room, which is $50. So So click on book now. All right, so I'll quickly put my card details and get back to you. All right, so I've repeated it. For this part, just put 424242, then any dummy numbers you want, then just put a random card holder name. Then click on pay. All right, so this went through. Okay, so the booking has been confirmed. And first of all, let's go to our booking first. So we can see the booking right now, 22 seconds ago. Then hopefully we should see something right here. All right, so I'm not seeing any results here. Just this one that happened at 8:23, which I feel it's working. But since we have the details right here, I believe we're good to go. So we can view the bookings. Okay, page not found. I guess we made a little issues on the endpoint, which we'll fix. But hopefully if we go back here and go to bookings, we should see. All right, so there's the same issue is happening right here, but it's totally fine. We just need to fix it. So what we'll do is we'll go to our, I think it's our dashboard. Then for the endpoint, it's calling booking, then bookings. So we need to see where that problem is coming from. So I'm guessing, so we have a booking folder, which this one is for the success page. Then we have a bookings right here. So view my bookings should see all the bookings right here. So for the success page, we need to change this guy to bookings first of all. Then again for the dashboard, this has to be what is it called? So let's go back and look at it. So this one has to be bookings, like so. So we just say / bookings. Okay, I think I can see where the issue is. We have like two bookings. So we have bookings here, we have bookings here. We need to change one. And this one is the one showing all the details, right? So this one should be booking. And we already have a booking right here. So just the naming convention is what's killing this now. So maybe I will have to rename this one to something else. So instead of bookings, we give it another name. So you know what I'll do? I'll just change this bookings right here to user bookings. Just name to just make it simple. Then I think on the sources page, this should not be user bookings. But you won't be having any issues if you purchase the project from the first link in the description. I think I'm just running into this. So now that we make the changes, let me just do a git add, or yeah, a git add, then say git commit, say changed the bookings page to another name. So we'll just say git push. So we can clear this one out. So this should deploy a new build again. All right, so now that that is working and we're still getting 404 error here, so let me just go back and just wait again till this finish building. All right, it has been published. Let me see if it's going to work here. So let me try and refresh this again. I doubt if it's going to work, but regardless, because we already changed this endpoint. So let's see. Okay, user bookings. So let's click on this now. Okay, so our user bookings is working, so we can now see this. So what we need to do is we just click on this one. All right, so we can now cancel this one, but I'm just going to do one test. So I'll just add a new review. This room is a nice room. Click on submit. Okay, this has been submitted, so we should see it right here. And let me quickly approve it. So say approve and publish. All right, So we've approved and published it. Let me go back here. I can close this one out, then go to this room. So king guest, right? So this one, automatically we should see that review, right? But let's first of all test if this guy is working as well. So if we click on bookings now, before I click on bookings, I think it's going to take us to the wrong page. But these bookings supposed to still take us to the same place that this is taking us. So this should be user bookings as well. This part should be user bookings. So I guess I was the one that messed up the whole thing. So this should be user bookings, so that when we click on these bookings, we should see all the bookings. Then when we click on any particular one, that's when it will take us to the details page of that booking. All right, so we'll come back to this shortly. We'll fix all these issues. I think the account is still showing the same thing. If you see, check it at the bottom here. So we'll fix that in a bit. But before we do that, you'll notice that we can't see the review even though we've approved it right here. Even though I think after some time, that's when it normally comes in, but it takes some period of time first. You can see it's still not even coming in after doing a hard refresh. So in cases like this, you just have to come to your Sanity Studio and go to deploy. And if you are very sure you've made that changes, you then click on deploy. But the reason I'm not going to do this is because we just made a new change to this. So I'll just do the push from here. So I'll say git commit. I'll say new commit. I'll do a git push like so. So now this is going to still trigger a new build. You can see automatically it triggered the new build right here. So if we come here, the same thing should happen. All right, so but if you know that you don't want to touch your code and you just want to make changes to your Sanity Studio, after making the changes, you can just deploy directly from the deploy tab. So let's give this a minute and let's see if we'll finally fix this issue that we're having right here. All right, so the new commit has been deployed. So let's do a hard refresh now. Cool. So if we check now, we should see the review that the user left. And I think if we go to the bookings page, we should still see the user bookings, which is cool. Then if we go to the account page, we should see the account. This normally takes some minutes to load. So let me go back to the home page. So the reason why that error was coming up is if we go to the dashboard, we didn't add this /. So if you don't add this /, it's going to work very well on development, but on production, it's just going to start acting weird. All right, guys, so we finally come to the end of the series, and I hope you really enjoyed building this project. Again, if you want a more smooth and cleaner version of this project, just click on the first link in the description. And yeah, that's it. So see you in the next video.